Good afternoon, YouTube. It's the half man, half amazing Black Clark Kent coming at you live uh, on this Tuesday, January 29th, the day before I leave to go out to the West Coast. So I'm gonna switch it up today, talk about something a little different. Talk about sports. I haven't talked about sports in a while. Like I said, I like to just try to do different things on my channel, sports a little bit. So, as if you're not aware, one of the potential biggest free agents in 2020 announced yesterday that he does not want to play for the New Orleans Pelicans going forward, and that is no other than Anthony Davis, which team is lined up to try to offer the Pelicans their best trade package, except the Celtics, because there's some type of stupid rule in place where it's called the Derrick Rose rule, where Kyrie Irving was traded for a couple of, like 2 years ago. So we can't have Kyrie Irving and Anthony Davis on the team this year. So in order for that to happen, Kyrie Irving has to sign an extension here, and then we can trade for Anthony Davis, which I don't know how that rule is. It's kind of brain numbing to try to figure it out, but that's how it works. But I mean, the Lakers are on the clock because Anthony Davis has a new agent with Rich Paul and Clutch Sports, and the writing on the wall was, Anthony Davis is not going to stay here. I mean, they had a run last year when Boogie Cousins went down with Rondo, and they the Blazers in the first round. Then they ran into a buzzsaw with the Golden State Warriors. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens with that. I don't think the Pelicans want to help the Lakers out, to be honest with you. Same thing with like the Greg Popovich, Kawhi Leonard thing. Greg Popovich likes Kawhi Leonard as a person, but at the end of the day, it was best for the organization. And I think, Boston has the most assets to offer. The only thing is they have to wait till the summertime. But there are also some issues going on with Davis's camp thinking, well, does Kyrie want to stay long term, even though he announced he wants to? So I think if the Celtics can trade for Anthony Davis, that will convince Kyrie to stay. But they can't do it until the league new year, which is July 1st. I mean, they can make deals beforehand for the draft and stuff like that. I think what will happen is I think the Celtics will have a conversation with the Pelicans, even though they can't trade for Anthony Davis this coming up trade deadline, which is February 7th. I think what will happen is Danny Ainge will talk to the Pelicans, like, listen, we'll give you this, and this. Just be patient. And, Anthony Davis is under contract until 2020. So it's the rest of this year and next year. So the Pelicans ain't obligated to trade him unless they get a deal that would blow them out of the water. Which, I mean, the Lakers would have to give up Ball, Kuzma, probably maybe Ingram, Zubac, probably Lance Stevenson to make the money work, and a couple first-round picks. I was listening this morning. They wouldn't trade KCP, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, because they trade him. That restricts them from getting a third max free agent guy next year. They keep him, the money comes off the books, and then they can get a third player. So the NBA landscape is changing. A lot of these players, they talk amongst each other about playing. I mean, you want to talk about big threes. I mean, they go back, Celtics had Parrish, Bird, and McHale. Celtics had, we had Garnett, Pierce, and Allen. You have Wade, Bosh, and LeBron. I mean, shoot, if T-Wolves had they could have Wiggins. I don't know about Wiggins, man. They gave him that max money, but I don't think he has the heart to play I think he got that money. He's content. I mean, he has flashes of potential of being a great player, but I don't know. I mean, Steven Jackson called him out Butler had some issues with them, but could have been Butler, Wiggins, and Karl-Anthony Towns, but that's over with now. That'll be interesting. I mean, you got Embiid, you got Simmons, and you got Butler now with the Sixers. So nowadays, it's like you need three players, good players, to win a championship. And the Golden State Warriors have an all-star team on their starting five, you know? So, and you think about it, right? We could have had another, like, I remember the one year the Thunder went to the playoffs with Westbrook, Durant, and Harden was coming off the bench. Harden, who isn't who he is now. But, man, if Sam Presti would have just gave Harden an extra $2 million, $3 million, he still would have been in OKC. Imagine that combination of Westbrook, Harden. I don't know if Durant would have been there, but like Paul George, shoot. But Harden's balling in Houston. He's averaging like 40 a game in the month of January. So, I mean, he's putting in work. But what do you guys think is going to happen with the trade deadline? You think Davis is going to get moved? I don't think he's going to get moved. I don't think the Pelicans are too keen to helping the Lakers out. I think they're pissed off at LeBron. I think they're pissed off at Rich Paul. I mean, I guess there was some rumors out there that the Pelicans were trying to dissuade Anthony Davis from signing with Rich Paul and Clutch Sports because they have this fear that what's happening now, that Davis wants to go to the Lakers. I mean, Toronto's having a great year for that 1 year rental with Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard just bought a $13 million house in San Diego. You know, that's the risk that you take when you gotta rent a player like that with a rental for a year. You know, excuse me. You know, you try to persuade him to stay, but does Kawhi want to stay in Toronto? I guess there's out there that he wants to go back to California. I think he's from San Diego or LA. I know he's from California. I think he's from San Diego. I know he went to San Diego State. So, I mean, maybe he just wants to go back home. But the same thing could have been said for Paul George. He came out and said he wanted to go to play for the Lakers. The Pacers traded him to the Thunder. The Lakers got cocky and said, we'll get him in the free agency. They didn't even take a meeting with him, re-sign with OKC. So, I mean, there's chances that, you may take a chance. Like, look at Paul George. Like I just said, the Lakers thought, they had it in the bag. Paul George didn't even take a meeting with the Lakers. They just re-signed with the Thunder because he was there and he liked it and he wanted to stay. I mean, small market teams are very hard to attract free agents. You either get them to the draft or you get them through a trade. Like, you're not gonna have marquee free agents that say, I want to sign with the New Orleans Pelicans. I want to sign with the Memphis Grizzlies. It's hard to get those players to sign there because they want to make money. Obviously, they want to make that money on the court, but they want to have opportunities to make money off the court. And two of the biggest markets to that is New York and California. You have Showtime in LA, the Lakers, the Knicks. Those are two biggest markets in the NBA. I'm from Boston. I mean, we're a big sports town, but when it comes to marketing, you can't really compete with LA. You just can't. Hollywood, box office, you can't really compete with that. So, and these players are buying houses in LA. Anthony Davis has a house in LA. LeBron got two in California. I think he got one in Brentwood and somewhere else. LA's that lifestyle. I thought about living in California. Maybe I'll retire there. We'll see what happens. We'll see how this West Coast thing happens. I'm actually going to LA on Sunday, so looking forward to that. I love me some California. You guys already know that, but it's just that a lot of these players. It's different in football because you depend on 53 men to complete accomplish one goal is to win the championship. And a lot of players want to come here to the Patriots because 3 years in a row in the Super Bowl, they went to the Super Bowl 9 out of 18 Belichick's years. So half the time Brady wasn't playing, he was in the Super Bowl. He's 5-3. So a lot of people want to come here. They want to play with the greatest quarterback of all times. coach of all time. So that's something, I mean, football is different, baseball. You know what's interesting about baseball? I just thought about that. Like two of the biggest free agents in baseball are still unsigned. Machado and Bryce Harper. And that never happens in baseball. I wonder what's up with baseball. That's interesting. I don't really follow baseball that much. I mean, I watched the World Series. My team won the World Series. But I'm not into baseball like I used to be. And yeah, I just noticed they haven't been signed yet. I guess Machado has an offer with the White Sox, but that would be like the same thing that happened when he was in Baltimore. Like he'd be like, that team wasn't that good, and Chicago White Sox not that good. So it's like, if I was him, I would have just tried to keep my mouth shut, play hard, and stay in LA. But I think the Dodgers are getting ready to rebuild there too. I gotta admit though, if I was a baseball player, I mean, baseball is guaranteed money. No matter how much, the contracts are guaranteed money. So that's all you right there. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know if I would want to play in a big market team. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a baseball player, but I love me some California. Maybe I go to the Padres or the Dodgers. No, I don't want to go to Dodgers, man. I don't like. I mean, like the Giants, San Francisco Giants. I love me some San Francisco. That's just me, wishful thinking, But getting back to this basketball thing, a lot of these NBA players, they want to team up. They're all friends. They're all interconnected. They're all in the same circles. They all want to play together. I mean, that's just how it is in modern day NBA, But we'll see what happens with the whole Anthony Davis thing. I'm intrigued to see if a trade will get done before the 7th. I think the Bucks are involved. The Bucks are involved in discussions. The Raptors, and here's the thing about it. They were talking about this today. Let's say, for example, the Bucks trade for Anthony Davis, right? But you pair him with the Greek Freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo. So you pair him with him, pair Davis and the Greek Freak together. And let's say, they try to sell him on staying there. He doesn't want to stay there. So the Bucks can try to flip him, trade him next trade deadline, and get back a ton of assets that they gave up to get him in the first place. So, I mean, any team but the Lakers, I believe, will, if they trade for him before the 7th, we'll have him for a rental and see if they can convince him to stay in that city, whatever he just traded to. I personally don't think he's gonna get traded. I think that the Pelicans are in no rush to do it. I mean, they think the same offers that are there now are gonna be there in the summertime, where the Celtics have a lot of assets. They got 4 first-round picks this coming 2019 draft. They can put Tatum, Brown, Smart. Got all these. I think honestly, if the Celtics try to go to Anthony Davis, they're gonna start with Jason Tatum. It's gonna start with Jason Tatum. So, we'll see what happens. It'd be interesting to see what happens, So the NBA trade lines, I think 10 days around February 7th, about a week away. So it'll be interesting to see what happens if Davis moves. The Lakers are on the clock per se. See if they can get a deal done beforehand. I don't think the Pelicans want to play ball with Lakers, to be honest with you. I think they're upset about the whole thing, how it got played out, how it got construed. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. I'm in the mindset that it's not going to happen. I don't think the Lakers will get Davis by the trade deadline. I think there'll be like a last-second push on all these teams to try to get him to make that playoff push. I heard a rumor that the 76ers might be in play, but they have to give it Ben Simmons. Well, I don't know if you would want to do that right now if you just got Butler, Simmons, and Embiid. And I don't know how that would work with Embiid and Davis. I know Davis doesn't want to play the center position. He wants to play power forward. And Embiid's a natural center. So that'd be interesting. I don't know. Like I said, the Knicks probably want to get involved, but they have to give up Kristaps Porzingis to do that. And Like I said, those two, like I said, the two markets are LA, California, LA, and New York. Those are two major markets, because you can make you make your money on the court, obviously, when you're making money off the court and endorsements and deal and movies and all that stuff. So that's something to think about as well. I don't blame them. Like I said before, Kevin Durant's gonna be a free agent. There's rumors out there: LA, the Clippers, the Lakers, the Knicks. Maybe we're signing Golden State. Like, these guys want to play in big markets. I mean, like a team like the Pelicans or the Raptors or the Grizzlies or the Hawks. Those small market teams, you got to build talent from the ground through the draft or through trades. Al Horford came out of Florida. He got drafted by the Hawks. He was homegrown from the Hawks. Free agency came, he went to Boston. You got 42-year-old Vince Carter playing for the Hawks. He signed a deal there. I think he's just doing it for the money. He loved the game. I know he loved the game, but, he knew the Hawks weren't going anywhere. I mean, he played with the Kings last year. Kings weren't going anywhere last year. So I like Carter. I like Vince Carter, one of the most ferocious dunkers to ever play the game of basketball. And a good guy from what I hear. So, like these teams are like these small market teams. You got to build through the draft or through the trade and convince them to stay. I mean, Anthony Davis was drafted number 1. He was there for 7 years? He's been there for 6, 7 years now. They've only gone to 2 playoff games in 7 years that he's been there. And it's hard. I mean, I know Julius Randle signed there on a 1-year deal, but that's not a big marquee. I think he's from Louisiana, so he probably signed there to go home, play for a year. But that team ain't doing anything, and that's the biggest thing that's the biggest thing right now. Biggest thing trending right now is Anthony Davis. And like I said, the Pelicans don't like how it went down. Maybe his mindset is like, New Orleans is a football place, Back, you look at, I saw something today. Baron Davis, was there in 03-04, wanted to trade. Chris Paul, 2010-2011, told him he wasn't going to resign. Got traded to the Clippers. Now you got Anthony Davis again. So it's one of those situations where if you're not winning now, then they want to go. They want to go somewhere where they can be marketable and make deals and make money on and off the court. And they want to win. I mean, these players want to win. I mean, top tier players, they want to leave a legacy behind. I mean, Steph Curry's gonna be known for one of the greatest shooters of all times. Played the game of basketball. Kevin Durant wants to be known as one of the greatest small forwards of all times. He wants to supplant LeBron James. I think LeBron James, from a global standpoint, is polarizing than Durant will ever be. I like Durant. I like LeBron, but LeBron James is a household name. Durant is too, but from a global standpoint, LeBron takes the cake on that one. So, yeah, I mean, there's no parity in the NBA no more. Like, it's either the Golden State Warriors and who else? Who's coming out the East? Even the Timberwolves, like, they have homegrown talent. They got Karl-Anthony Towns and they got Andrew Wiggins. They traded for Jimmy Butler because Tom Thibodeau was there. Tom Thibodeau got fired after Jimmy Butler got traded because Tom Thibodeau coached Jimmy Butler in Chicago. So, try to make it work, but Jimmy Butler had problems with Wiggins and Karl-Anthony Towns about their actual work ethic on the basketball court. So like I said, I don't think, like I said, these guys, they make the most money. Like, if the rookie deal, then they got that restricted deal where they make them. I mean, they don't. You leave on your 3rd contract. You never leave on your 2nd contract in the NBA. You got your rookie contract, and if you're good, you're gonna sign that 2nd deal, which is a restricted offer, which means the team can match it. So there's no point in trying to go out there. If you're really good, they'll match the 2nd offer. You make your money on your 3rd contract. And if you're an outlier, you make some money on a 4th contract. Usually that 3rd contract is where that most of the money's coming from. And some players will, if they don't like the situation, they'll give up $50 million because they're trying to make it up on the back end, depending on where they're at. So, and sometimes, getting out of a situation, forfeiting $50 million to be happy, that's just something people do. These players do. So, that's my little diatribe about sports. Let me know what y'all think. Like, subscribe, share, comment. I appreciate y'all. Like I said, I wanted to dive a little bit different today than I did the other day. A little bit of a sports talk, you know what I mean? So I'm out tomorrow. I had to redirect my flight because apparently there's getting some snow in Atlanta, which Atlanta can't handle. An inch or two of snow, shut the airport down, shut the city down. School's already closed, which is interesting, but it's different out there than it is up here, So, so I'm flying to Kansas City tomorrow, and then from Kansas City I'm flying to the desert, and get myself ready, mentally prepared for what I gotta do on Thursday, Friday, and then relax for a day or so. Hit LA on Sunday, and then hopefully when I come back here, it'll be the last time I'm back here before I move. Keep your collective fingers crossed for me. I appreciate y'all checking out the channel. Once again, like, share, subscribe, leave comments below. Tell me what you think about Anthony Davis trade, what you think's gonna happen. Let's go from there. All right, YouTube.